Recently, it's been a time for fans of the Alien series to celebrate. Celebrate the first film and the surrounding franchise, with admirers of the series celebrating Alien Day on April 26, 426, and the hugely significant milestone upcoming of the film's 40th anniversary on May 25th. Unfortunately, within the last few days, there has been some sad news reported of Terry Rawlings passing away. He passed away last week on the 23rd of April at the age of 86. Rawlings was one of the key figures in bringing the huge phenomenon of Alien into theaters back in 1979, working as the film's editor after meeting with Ridley Scott on his previous film, The Duelists. Rawlings described getting the job for Alien as one of the great thrills of his life. The editing of Alien was a hugely complicated process, certainly not like the editing today, where there is the ease of digital assistance, and Rawlings was praised by the Alien team for his hands-on and intricate approach. This was a movie with so many great elements in place, with compelling visuals, great acting, and a terrifying creature at the center of it all. And all these elements could only be as effective to the audience if they were edited in the right way. Rough cuts of the original film had been rumored to be over 3 hours long, and certain scenes were a lot gorier and went on longer, and the pace and presentation being absolutely crucial in delivering what the movie set out to do. It required the collaboration with Ridley Scott, and it required Rawlings' own instincts on how to make the best and most effective movie possible. In the Making of Alien documentary, Rawlings explains his process working with Ridley Scott on the film. "I like to go on the set as much as I can, in the moments I could get away from the cutting room, because I like to be there to hear what he's talking to the actors about, and I can talk to myself about what does he want out of this scene. And he would tell me what his plan is and why he's shooting a certain way, and I just couldn't get over the look of it. The sets were fantastic, the lighting was great, and the performances. When you get his rushes, it's like walking through an art gallery. Everything is great and you want to dwell on everything, so it's deciding what you are going to use out of this material, because it looks fantastic. You know what you've got to achieve from it, but how you achieve it, even after all these years, is very difficult to pin down. When I read it, I thought to myself, this is one of the scariest things, if we can get it right. I think the way we did get it right is by keeping it slow, which is completely different from what we do today. I think the slowness of it made the moments that you wanted people to be scared. Then we could go as fast as we liked because you've sucked people into a corner, and then attack them, so to speak. And I think that's how it worked. Alien simply wouldn't be the beloved classic film it is known as today without Rawlings' contributions. It's undeniable. The editing process was a work of art in and of itself, and Rawlings deserves a lot of credit for the 1979 film being the masterpiece that it is. Rawlings returned to the world of Alien years later with 1992's Alien 3, which he also edited. The production of Alien 3 was a much different beast than that of Alien, and many know of the problems making it, the absence of a concrete script, and the reshoots of the film. A tremendous challenge for an editor working on basically an incomplete movie. Also because, like with Ridley Scott on Alien, Rawlings trusted in David Fincher's vision for the film and believed in it. Only this time around, having that vision compromised and tensions rising to meet the release date of the film. Since then, Alien 3 has been revisited, there's been another edit, the assembly cut, and fans tend to respond very positively to that cut, but I suppose the original vision of the movie will always just be lost. Rawlings once again deserves a lot of credit for the 1992 cut specifically, with the studio interference and a director just about disowning the film, and the enormous pressure of getting such a big movie out at such a specific time. I think under the circumstances, Rawlings delivered the absolute best possible version of Alien 3 at that time. I'm personally a big fan of the movie, I'm a fan of the theatrical cut, and I think Rawlings did excellent work on the editing for completely different reasons than the first movie, but of no lesser value. Rawlings and Fincher maintained their mutual respect past Alien 3. During a BAFTA tribute in 2014, Fincher reflected on his relationship with Rawlings, saying, "The best editors are alchemists, and they're equal parts poet and blacksmith. They can forge something. They can make pieces go together that should never work. They can take footage that was intended for one thing and use it to illuminate a whole new idea in a sequence that you maybe never conceived. Then, on top of that, if they're really, really special, they have a way of becoming your best friend. I was very fortunate on my first movie to work with Terry. To this day, it's an extremely happy memory. Outside of Alien, Rawlings has had an illustrious career in sound and film editing with some industry-best examples of the craft. He's worked with Ridley Scott again after Alien, editing the classic Blade Runner, which, alongside Alien, is one of the best science fiction films of all time. He also worked on Legend, which is a great movie, much like Blade Runner, maybe not as appreciated as it should have been in its time, but definitely has been finding a new audience over the years and receiving a lot of praise. He's edited Watership Down, Yentl, Goldeneye, and the 1981 Academy Award winner for Best Picture, Chariots of Fire, a great movie for which he received a nomination himself for Best Achievement in Film Editing. You may remember there was some controversy surrounding the Academy Awards a while back. They actually had wanted to remove certain categories, including editing, and only give away the award during commercial breaks. Hollywood collectively objected to that plan, and rightly so, passionately making the claim of how important specifically editing is. It truly is integral. Any great movie has a great editor behind it, period. The editor is often an unsung hero because the editing tends to work on an unconscious level, and necessarily so. The absolute best editing you don't really notice. You're not supposed to. But it's the editor working the magic. They're forging, as Fincher put it, equal parts poet and blacksmith. I think that's absolutely true of Rawlings, and the work he brought to us through Alien will live forever. I myself, and I think I can speak for a great many Alien fans as well, am incredibly grateful for Terry Rawlings and his talent. Thank you guys for watching today. Please leave some love for Terry Rawlings below, and the next time you watch Alien, let's keep Rawlings and his work in mind. We're all very appreciative. Until next time, this is Alien Theory, signing off.